nothing, takes away the trash of the doctor who will one day save his life or the life of his child for the sake of society, for the sake of his personal and societal needs, is a true member of Terran Nation. The clothes maker who makes clothes in a hot factory she hates so that other citizens are warm in the winter without complaint is a true member of Terran society. Why does she do this? Why does she take a job she hates? Because she understands the fundamental need. The clothes she makes goes to the gas miner who provides her natural gas indirectly so that her family is warm in the winter. That is the difference between a greedy person and a true citizen of Terran Nation. I hear many of you say, this society will never work because those who do little will reap the benefits of those who do much. Isn't that what we already have? We have an imbalance in society. There are those in our society who do nothing or that everything receive everything. They receive everything for doing nothing and then complain that everything is not enough. There are those who do everything and at the end of their life receive nothing. How is this just? How is this fair? Shouldn't an individual receive from society what they put into society? And with that, shouldn't the benefits of that society be based upon the achievements of that individual? So the trash man who graduates high school and never goes to college, what benefits of that society should that individual receive? Should it be that he gets a Lamborghini? Should it be that he gets a 12-bedroom house when he's a single person? But now if that trash man invents a life-saving device and gives it to society free, shouldn't that individual receive higher benefits from that same society? I know I hear many of you greedy out there saying, no, 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 no. Isn't that the problem with the system we have now? We are all kept as slaves to money. Those who have money and those who don't. Those without money have a complete, total lack of personal voice within our government. Well, within any government. To have a voice here in America, you must be able to buy an election or the rights and privileges provided to you under the Constitution. Don't believe me you have to buy these rights and privileges? Try to speak to your governmental representative, state or federal, on the phone. Not one of his aides, his or her aides, but that individual. And you will get a polite, they're too busy for you. Yet the billionaire who donated the maximum campaign contribution can see that representative at the drop of a hat. The rights and privileges provided under the Constitution, any citizen who's ever been in trouble with the law can attest. If you don't have the money to hire a powerful lawyer, you're going to jail or prison. That simple, especially here in America. Our society and system is broken. It's been broken. To be able to protect yourself from the legal system or the justice system, you must pay someone else to defend you because your government doesn't want you to have that power. And lawyers have to take an oath not to sue the government for personal gain. Wonder why that is. Anyway, I digress. So you don't believe me, try to get him on the phone. The billionaire's representative will bend over backwards to keep the billionaire happy, allowing those with money to buy a voice, to have all the power, all the money to rule or purchase everyone else's lives. That money allows them to buy elections, to entice or induce sex, and or control all other people. This has been happening here in America for far too long, almost since the founding of our nation. Now, 1% of all Americans, 1% of Americans control all laws, all regulations, elections, sex, money, and overall power. These individuals, by controlling your representatives, they tell you where you can work, how much to pay for food, rent, and other commodities, who you can be in a romantic relationship with or marry, completely taking away all liberties, rights, and privileges by telling you if or when you can leave your home. And we as a society here in America simply smile and say, "Thank you, massa. We are proud slaves. Thank you, massa. Can our children please attend school?" We have completely lost our voice as citizens and as a species. Don't believe me? I offer the following examples. Here in America, we allegedly believe we all have these rights and privileges under the Constitution provided to us freely. Yet how many of you watching this video have any idea how to enforce your rights? Do you truly have a constitutional right if you personally do not have the knowledge or voice of how to enforce those rights and or privileges provided to you under the Constitution? Another example, are we as Americans ensuring our children are taught how to enforce their rights? It is said that the slavery of a species or a race is continued by enslaving the young. So again, if you don't know how to enforce your rights, if your grandmother didn't know how to enforce her rights, if her grandmother's grandmother didn't know how to enforce her rights, and your children don't, what rights did you ever really have? Except for the ones you could buy and pay for. There are 7 pillars of law. One of them is money. If you still don't believe me, try to have your state or federal representative pass a law requiring all children within our union to be taught from first grade to graduation how to enforce their constitutional rights and privileges by teaching them legal research and writing. Our entire nation and system is based on laws, yet most of you don't have a clue on how to use those laws. Have your children taught so they can enforce their rights and privileges under the Constitution. Watch what happens. Watch your representative or their, more probably their aide, say no. Politely say no, or give you some runaround as to why it can't be done. No governmental representative will allow the teaching of the enforcement of rights and privileges or the skills necessary to enforce those rights and privileges. Why? It takes away their power within government. The ideas and thoughts and suggestions and concepts in this video will never be allowed, ever, because we as a species are currently too greedy. But I present them to you in hopes that there are some out there who are less greedy, whose children are less greedy and will one day care about their families, care about their loved ones, and care about the societies and communities' prosperity more than they care about money, power, and sex. There's more to this. I have constructed the whole basis of a society. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to your feedback. I don't think I'm going to get much, and I don't think I'll get much positive feedback.